ha! Colsaurus Dickinsoni here, and welcome to the 2020 Halloween special. I am here with my spookiest animal, Inadu, my banded water snake, and let us have the Halloween festivities begin, albeit quite late. Jokes aside, I decided to do a quick little Halloween special video in which I do a couple of Halloween related things. So we're gonna first start with choosing the perfect pumpkin to carve. I didn't film the actual carving of it, but I'll show you how it looks afterwards. So without further ado, let's get into it.
So definitely by far the most important part about carving a good pumpkin is actually choosing the right pumpkin. So that's what we're doing here. We have, obviously they were all grown right here. They definitely weren't transported from somewhere else. And we're looking for some really good ones. What you gotta look for is a nice clean face. Like you see this, how it's all scuffed and dented? That's a bad pumpkin. Something like this. This right here, you see how this has like a nice clean face? That's good. It's a little tall for my liking, but this right here, this is nice. See that nice clean face, that kind of short rotundness? This is your standard pumpkin. Now if it was a little bit bigger, that would be nice. And then you get something like this bad boy right here. This is perfect, absolutely perfect. Look at that nice clean face. You see how it's a little bit scuffed right here on the back? That's okay. That can be facing your house, but you see right here, this is where you're gonna do the actual carving action on it. I don't know if this is gonna be the exact one because we've got a lot to look at. But yeah, I guess we'll pick up when we find the one that we're gonna get. Something I've learned over the years is never go with the first one that you see, like that you like. Always make sure to look around for a bunch before. Oh, this one's really small and has a really long stem. That's weird. But yeah, always look around first before deciding on one, because you never know. There could be a better one, so I like to look over everything and then go back and see the ones that I like. There's a lot of white ones. Huh, that's weird. This is a nice, very good pumpkin for carving. You see, one of the main things that I find is bad about pumpkins to carve is that they face down like that. Not to that extreme, but you get the picture. And speaking of picture, this is where it's gonna go, right here. On that side, that's a good face because it's like projecting itself outward. And it's nice and flat, it's not too round. You see the back? The back does not matter at all. It's all scuffed and nasty, but the front, that's what people are gonna see, and that's a good pumpkin.
So probably one of the most Halloween-like animals would be bats. Right here I have my Safari Limited bat. There it is. And they are incredible animals. So actually the other week, earlier in October, I went and visited a bat roosting site. So I'm gonna roll that footage, and yeah, let's pass it over to Cole in the field.
The most Halloween-like animals in the world are bats. And these are Florida's native little brown bats. They're a small species of bat that are insectivores. And one bat can eat as many as 1,000 mosquitoes or even more in just a few hours that they're out during dusk. Bats are the only flying mammals, and they were the most recent group of flying vertebrates to evolve. They evolved during the early Cenozoic period. We even have fossil bats. But bats are amazing. They use echolocation. They send out squeaks, and it ricochets off of anything in their environment, and it comes back, and they can detect it in their ears because they have very big ears. But yeah, bats, man. What's not to love?
Bats really are incredible animals, as I said out there. They're some of my favorite mammals, and for definitely a great reason. But another really spooky animal that are pretty Halloween related are spiders. Right here I've got my Safari Limited Black Widow, and obviously you shouldn't mess with venomous spiders or, dangerous spiders, or any dangerous animal that could harm you. But there are some pretty, harmless species that I decided to film. And yeah, let's roll that footage now.
This is a Gulf Coast toad. It's a little spooky creature. Toads are often thought of for like witchcraft. And they actually secrete toxins from those glands right behind their eyes. They're called parotoid glands. And you can tell this is a Gulf Coast toad because of that stripe that runs right down them. They're a beautiful little species of native toad. And they eat just about anything that moves and that's in front of them. Let's try to find some more. This is the first amphibian of the night, but let's try to find some more. Right over here, we have to kick off our spooky creatures. This right over here, oh, he just ran to this side. I don't know if you can see him walking too much, but this is called a harvestman, or more commonly known as daddy longlegs. And they're a little species of arachnid, closely related to mites, and they actually are some of the main predators of brown recluse, which is the most venomous spider in North America, which is really interesting. They're weird little dudes. Right here, this little garden spider. Let's see if we can get her to move. There she goes. Look at that. Quite the lovely little spider. Yeah. And she actually has little eggs. Those are all her eggs right there. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if the camera's focusing on them pretty well. There we go, kind of. But yeah, look at her. Oh, she jumped. Where did she go? We may never find the answer. This right here is the maple orchard orb weaver, a very, very beautiful species of spider. They're one of the orb weaver species, so they weave these elaborate webs, which she's actually doing right now on camera. And look at those markings on her abdomen. There's red and yellows. It's not showing up on camera as much as it is in real life, but these are fascinating animals, and they weave that amazing substance, which is spider silk. Strongest substance on earth for its weight, stronger than steel. And she went back to the very middle of her orb web and is waiting for her next prey. So let's move on to the next spooky creature. Here is a Carolina wolf spider. They're a really, really cool nomadic species of spider from the eastern United States. And just look at those forward-facing eyes. They're the supreme hunter of the undergrowth in this area. Here, Colin's gonna come over and swoop this guy in so you can get a better look at him. This one's a little male. You can tell by the size of his abdomen. And there's Colin's finger for scale. Yeah, this is a little guy, but the females of this species can get really large, about the size of Colin's palm. You can also see those pedipalps. They use those to manipulate their food. And also you can see the hairs that they use to feel air vibrations, but an absolutely amazing species of spider. Let's try to find some more spooky animals. Male in comparison to that male. Do you see how big her abdomen is? How big her booty is?
No, let me...
That's how you tell a female from a male.
Handle her now.
Yeah. Let's just show. That is an absolutely amazing spider. Yeah, for the females you can tell because the abdomen is just about as big as the cephalothorax.
Oh, hold up. Wait, we can get a good footage. We can get some good footage. Just like...
Look at that. See how he's tapping her on the abdomen? They have lots of sensitive hairs. And there we are. The beautiful Carolina wolf spider. Look at those eyes. They're all situated on the front of the head, so they have forward-facing vision. And those fangs right in front inject a deadly venom that subdues their prey. It's harmless to humans. I've been bitten by these guys before, but it's lethal to their insect prey. This, I am pretty sure, is called an arabesque orb weaver. It's another species of orb weaver. Correct me if I'm wrong about these spiders. I'm not too big into entomology, but I do actually really like spiders. And it's kind of hard to focus on, but look at that. She's woven this elaborate, beautiful web, and they use that to catch their prey. And this one has been here for a while. I've been wanting to film it, actually. And this gives me a reason to. Just look at how beautiful this spider is. And she's doing some touch-ups to her webbing. And a fun fact is, they will eat their webs in order to create more silk.
But spider silk is an amazing structure, and spiders, their webs, when you think about it, it's a masterpiece of engineering. That's why so many people study it to see if we could actually use it somehow. But yeah, this is absolutely incredible animal. Let's try to find the next spooky creature. This spider right here is, after a long time of researching, this spider has been very patient with me. I found this is a species called Falconia gracilis. That's an awesome name, but guess what? This species of spider doesn't have a common name. It's only known by its scientific name called Falconia gracilis. I found it underneath this rock, and wow, that's beautiful. You can see those dots on its abdomen, that's how you can tell. And also those thin legs. At first I thought it was a brown recluse, but after doing a little bit of research, I found that it was this species. And wow, this couldn't be a better end to this spooky spider finding adventure. And just to find this species in my own yard, I don't know, maybe one of my new favorite species of spiders. I don't know, tarantulas are still #1 in my book, but still. Falconia gracilis. An awesome spider. I don't know anything about this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely do some research about this little guy. Maybe we can try to get it to have a common name. And yeah, I'll see you back at HQ, I guess.
And we're back in HQ for the outro of the video. I had a great time filming this one. Want to send a special thanks to Cal King Herper for filming some of the spider stuff with me, because he's a lot more well-versed in that kind of stuff than I am. But yeah, I hope you had a happy Halloween, and I hope, still having some great time, even though it's, Halloween is past and we're into November. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to leave a like, and subscribe if you're not already, and hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a video just like this one. Leave a comment as well of what your favorite spider was, or what you did for Halloween. And without further ado, Cold Swords Kansonai, and Inadu, signing out.